No.
Can't hear me?
Not really.
Well, I'll talk like this.
All right.
Good evening, everyone.
Good evening.
The first thing I wanted to do is repeat what I said. We have refreshments at the back table. If you have not gotten any, please do that. Also, sign in using the QR code, student and parent. The student that is participating and their parent. Please make sure that you're included on the sign in on the QR code.
What? Okay.
Any questions about that? Okay, it is 6:04 and we are going to start. We don't want to waste any time this evening. Welcome, summer scholars.
Thank you.
I didn't hear anything. If you are participating in this program, you are a higher education consortium summer scholar. You are either participating in the Upward Bound program or the Educational Talent Search program. So I'm going to say that again. Welcome, summer scholars. Now, for the most important people, welcome to our summer scholar parents. Thank you for taking time this evening to bring your child to a most beneficial program. They will have a great summer experience. And so, how many of you have participated already? Raise your hand if you've been in the program. Okay, awesome. Welcome back. So with that, I'm sorry, I'm losing my voice. I am going to I am Mrs. Donnie Harris, and I am the director of the Talent Search Program for Higher Education Consortium. I am going to introduce you to the wonderful, fabulous, wonderful person, awesome person. I was going to say Pastor Kevin Todd. He is the director of the Upward Bound program. And I'm going to turn you over to him as we go through the PowerPoint with you. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Welcome, parents and students and teachers and staff. And before I get started, I did figure out how to get the microphone working, as y'all can tell. I would like for our wonderful teachers and staff, if you could just wave from where you are so everybody knows who you are. These are our wonderful teachers and staff members who will be serving your children throughout the summer. We also have some online. I don't know if they're showing their beautiful faces or not, but we also have 2 online teachers who also chime in throughout the summer to service your students. And we're so excited to have you here for another year for 2026 Summer Scholars Program. I think we have an exciting lineup for you. And so I am not going to wait. Let me start with a little small disclaimer before we get started so that you can all, and I hope you all will hear me clearly. Please pay attention to what I'm about to say. If you parked, y'all listening? If you can hear me, snap your finger. Okay. If you parked on the lot next door, you can't park there. Now, I'm saying that because they could potentially give you a ticket. I apologize if we didn't get that in the message for you. I think we sent a text for Upward Bound and said that it is on-street parking, but I also recognize one of my staff told me that the street is kind of full. There's hardly no place to park. So what makes it difficult for this time of year, we would love to use Il Monastero where we can have all sorts of parking, but they have all sorts of graduation stuff happening there and kick us to the side. So we are going to go as quickly as possible. We want to answer your questions and we want to be fair to that, but we do want to go as quickly as possible just in case, because I don't want anyone to have to deal with tickets on account of us. So if you feel like you need to move your car, we understand. If Mr. Barr, would you mind recording this, please? Okay, so if we can start, we're gonna record this too, just in case. And okay, so with that, let me go ahead and roll and get started. So some of the things we want to accomplish this afternoon, obviously, we want to welcome you all here. I think we've done that. Please feel free to get as many snacks that you feel like you can carry, because we don't want to take any of it with us. Um, and we want to go a little bit over our Summer Scholars Program, what it is that we're going to do this year. We're going to have a couple of our staff members come up to talk to you about our college tour. I want to discuss a little bit about Microsoft Teams. We'll go in depth about attitude, attire, and attendance. And we really don't have many important forms for housekeeping right now. But when we take field trips, that could come up. So as we begin to get ready to go out and take field trips, it could come up that we may need to do some forms. So I'm just going to ask that you please be on point for that. Many of you already know who we are, but just in case you don't know, the Higher Education Consortium have been around for over 60 years, and we host 3 TRIO programs: TRIO Educational Talent Search, which services adults 19 and up; TRIO Upward Bound, which services high school students only for the most part, like rising 9th through 12th. And we have Saturday classes that we have every other Saturday throughout the academic year, tutoring and what have you. And we also have Talent Search, Educational Talent Search, which services 6th through 12th grade. So Ms. Hill a little later is going to talk to you about something that our 6th, 7th, and 8th graders, I think, can do for the summer. But that is a little bit about who we are. Ms. Hill, if you are here, talking about Lauren Hill, can I borrow you to come up and talk about this slide, if you don't mind? And so she can tell you something about a program called STEM Achievers. And I'm going to step to the side while she gives you the lowdown on STEM Achievers. Y'all give her a hand.
Good evening, everyone. How's everyone doing today? How many 8th grade graduates got their promotion people in the house? If you just got promoted from 8th grade, raise your hand. Just give them a hand. If they're good prematurely, how many rising seniors do we have in the house? You're a rising senior. Let's give class of 27 a hand. All right, then. I know Praise is a beautiful time of the year for most educators because they get a chance to turn the leaf and go forward, and even students get to turn the leaf, and parents, you get them for a few days, and you can't wait till the next fall comes when they go back. But in the meantime, we do summer programs in enrichment, and we try to fill their summers, all students between grades of 6 and 12, things that the summer holds. So if you happen to know of a 6th or 7th grader, we do provide something that prior to coming to this program, 6th and 7th graders, we partner with Harris Stowe for STEM. Does anybody know what STEM means by chance? Yes. You think you know? Anybody else? Yes, Jacob.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
Did everyone hear him? No. Okay, say it one more time, Jacob.
Science, technology, engineering, and math.
So it's science, technology, engineering, and math, and sometimes they have an A in it for art. So science, technology, engineering, arts, and math. So essentially, we want to make certain that our students are exposed to everything. AI is a part of that, but AI's been around a while. It just got to us where we can see it. But there's been all kinds of technology with cars, fax machines, phones. Everything in your hand is now a computer. That all took place with STEM. And it's in everything we do. The chairs that you sit in, someone had to design them to hold you. This floor, STEM is everywhere. That's one of my particular mottos. So we do a program. It's actually called the STEM Achievers Program. It's free. It's Monday through Friday for 2 weeks at Harris Stowe. And if you want information, we don't have a QR code here, but you can see me in the back. If you have a 6th or 7th grade that may be interested, and we can get information to you. So essentially, it's a program. They do field trips, robotics, virtual reality, gaming. All of those things point to STEM in a fun way to help make certain that the students get some enrichment,
I think after that, I want to go back to eighth grade. It's more fun when eighth grade. How many more rising seniors do we have in the room? Let me see your hands again. Can't wait to get my hands on you this summer. I can't wait to see you guys this summer. Okay, so summer scholars, our early drop-off time is going to be 7:30. This year, you'll notice that we get out a little later than we have in the past. We're going to be letting out around 2:55. The reason for that is because we listened to you. We wanted to make sure that all of our classes had the same amount of time, teaching time. And so because of that, that extended the classes just a little bit. So this year we'll be dismissing at 2:55. That'll be our dismissal time. Yes, it's a long day, but when you come in, you'll be able to get breakfast if you come early. It won't be snacks like this. We're going to actually have breakfast. And then you'll have lunch. So parents, you don't have to worry about feeding them. If you want to save 2 meals, just tell yourself Summer Academy, right? If you're trying to save money on 2 meals this summer, for 4 days out of the week, then you can send them here. And then just 2 meals that you don't have to worry about. Every Monday will be virtual. That's the reason why I said 4 days out of the week. So every Monday except the first one. Repeat after me, except the first one. Good job. So on the first Monday, which is June the 1st, which is a few days from now, that will be our very first Monday. We will be right here where you are right now. We'll be here from 7:30, I think it is, until noon. 8:30 until noon. And then we'll have lunch and we'll dismiss. So the very first Monday will be in person, parents. Every Monday after that will be virtual. Y'all with me? If you understood what I said, I understood. Okay, good. Just making sure we all there. All right. So that's what we're going to do on Mondays. Every Friday is going to be field trip. Y'all say field trip. Wonderful. Who does not like field trips? Some people don't like field trips. I just got to put that out there. Some of y'all don't like field trips because you just like not sociable or something. But some people don't like them. But we want to do field trips every Friday. We've got 3 wonderful field trips lined up for you. Don't ask me what they are because I don't know. That was not in my job description to plan those. But we do have 3 field trips. But what I can say is that they will be different. So in the past, we've just gone on to do just stuff. And this year, we're going to take you to see a university and tie that university to a career. So you'll get almost 2 places that you go in one day every time. And that's going to be fun. I'm looking forward to that one. So that's what we're going to do. I am going to ask our lovely Miss Merriweather to come up and talk to you guys about where we're going to go for the summer and what we're going to do on the trip. And then I'll be back to talk a little bit more about our classes in general.
Can you hear me? Yeah. All right. So good afternoon, everybody. How y'all doing? I'm Miss Merriweather. So real fast, I'll just give you a brief overview of the trip. We will be going to Tennessee this year. We'll start in Memphis. We'll stop at Lemoyne College. Then we'll go to the University of Memphis. We're going to go to Lane College in Jackson. Then we are going to go to Tennessee State University. Fisk not on there. We're going to Fisk.
And we're going to Fisk.
And then we'll be going to see Vanderbilt. So it will be June 23rd through
the 25th.
Through the
22nd through the 25th.
So we'll be leaving that Monday and we'll come back on Thursday.
Field trips.
So
Don't go in detail.
the National Museum in Memphis, we'll stop at Slick City. We'll be going to main event. And yeah, anything so far?
National History Museum.
The National History Museum. So, yes, ma'am.
Are there any costs associated or?
No, ma'am. The entire trip is sponsored by us unless you want to just bring your own spending money. Okay. Beyond that, it's nothing you have to worry about. It's like toiletries and like the normal stuff you will bring. But as far as fees, no, ma'am. Okay.
Unless you wearing green shawls, then you got to pay $1,000.
Beyond
That's a joke.
that,
No fees. Everything is free. Everything that we do, guys, is no charge at all.
Yes, thank you.
Yes, ma'am, you'll get everything closer to the date. And it may be, a few waivers you have to fill out before we go as well.
What was the dates again? if you remember?
The 22nd through the 25th, right, Ms. Harris?
Yes,
22nd through the 25th.
yes.
It's the 22nd through the 25th.
It's the third week of our program.
Yeah, so that'll be that third week of June, about midway. So our program is 6 weeks. So right about midway, we'll take the trip. And normally in the past, thank you, Ms. Mary. Anybody have any questions for Ms. Merriweather before I let her go? Okay, thank you. Y'all give her a hand. So in the past, we always did those trips in the 6th week, which would be the second week in July. But again, trying to listen to our students, the reason we stopped doing that was because by the time we got to the university in July, guess what? They were closed, gone for the summer, and we couldn't do anything. So we started going kind of midway for the last 3 or 4 years, and that's been working out a lot better for us. And then we come back, Ms. Harris.
That's the 4th week of June.
That's what I said, the 4th week. That's what I said, the 4th week of June. What did y'all hear? No, I said the 4th. Don't be lying on me. I said, say it again. Okay, it's the 4th week of June. My bad. It's the 4th week of June. I like to laugh, y'all. Life too short to do otherwise. Yes, sir. Life way too short to do otherwise. I like to laugh. So it's the 4th week of June, the 22nd through the 25th. Those dates are correct. We'll come back. When we come back, I think we have another field trip on that Friday, the 26th. We'll do a few activities the following week after that. I'm getting a little ahead of myself, but you guys can kind of understand. I want to talk a little bit about our classes. So one class that I definitely want to talk about is what we call our Smart Start class. Yes.
Check your Zoom. I think it says they can't hear.
Yeah, I got people assigned to that.
Round.
Yep, I got okay, thank you. So Smart Start for College Success is our course that we offer through St. Louis Community College. It is a dual enrollment course. Once you complete the course, you will have 1 college credit. It is only offered, however, to our rising juniors and seniors. So our freshmen and sophomores will not get in it. You will have something that is comparable in terms of college readiness, but it won't be this. For our juniors and seniors, and parents, I want you to hear me good. For our juniors and seniors, what they're going to be doing is literally getting ready for college. They will apply for universities. If they are rising seniors, they will do things like their FSA IDs for financial aid. They'll have real tangible things that they'll be bringing home to you that are important that you will need to follow as they get further and further into their senior year. If you are going to be a rising senior, you probably have friends who just graduated like 15 or 20 minutes ago. And if you know anything about them, you know how busy their lives were throughout their senior year. You know all of the things that they had to do, the applications that they had to fill out, the scholarships that they had to chase down, the deadlines that they had to meet or miss. And I'm sure you heard a friend say, man, I wish I would have got so-and-so scholarship, but I didn't know it existed. Or I was late filling it out, even though I did know it existed because I waited to the last minute. The purpose of Smart Start is that you don't wait to the last minute, is that you take your senior year very seriously. Let me say this to you guys. There are 3 very big ticket items that you will buy in your whole lifetime. 2, you're going to probably definitely buy. The 3rd is kind of optional, but most people tend to want to buy it. The first big ticket item that you're going to purchase is a car. Am I right? The second one is going to be a house. And the 3rd one is going to be your college education. And you'll tend to spend more money on your college education than you do the other 2 if you're not careful, right? So what we want to do is help you plan that out. So since that is unfortunately, you're making one of the most important decisions in your life at 18 years old when you're still wet behind the ear, but we want to help you. And parents, we're going to need your help helping them. Does that make sense? So I didn't hear you.
Yes.
I think the lady told y'all I was a preacher, so I like to hear you say amen. If you respond back to me, then I shut up quick. If you don't respond, I keep on talking. Yeah, there you go. There you go. I shut up quick when you say something. If you don't say nothing, I keep on talking.
Right.
All right. This year, all of you who were here last year know that we used an online platform called Canvas for learning. Unfortunately, you may have seen on the news where Canvas got hacked. Did anybody see that on the news? Yes, Canvas got hacked. So, good news, bad news. The good news is Canvas is still available to us at St. Louis Community College. So if you're going to be in Smart Start, we'll be using it. But the Canvas that we use at Upward Bound is no longer available to us. It will be again in September, but for right now, it's not. So we're going to be using Teams as our learning platform this year. The good news on that is all of your teachers are familiar with it. If you've been in St. Louis Public or some other districts, then you're probably also familiar with Teams. Kevin is not, and so I'm going to be passing that on to somebody else. Let's talk a little bit about any questions about what I've said so far. We good? All right. I'm going to go through arrival. Yes, ma'am. Hello. It's good to see you, by the way. It's nice to see you. Go ahead.
Going back to the smart with.
The Smart Start. Yes, ma'am.
That gonna be at Harris-Stowe? They're gonna actually go there?
Be right here.
It's gonna be here.
Yes, ma'am. So that was a good question. So it's a dual enrollment, which means that we'll do it right here on campus, and Janelle will get the credit there. Both of them will get the credit at St. Louis Community College, but we'll do it here. Did everybody get that question? So we won't go to St. Louis Community College to do it. We'll do it here on campus. Very good question. Thank you. Thank you for clarifying. Okay, so drop off. You can drop off as early as 7:30. Classes start at 8:30. What time does class start? Right. You can drop off as early as 7:30. Classes start at 8:30. That means that we will be, this is different this year. We will be, yes, I can go back. I was going back anyway. Yeah, I'm coming back to this page. Don't get too panicky. I'm coming back to it, but if you want to take a picture, go ahead. So we will start in another building other than this one every morning. We're going to start in a place called Grand Hall, which is where we're going to eat. And I'm going to just show you that on the map. So since we're here, if you're going to be late, then these are the numbers that you want to call. My name is Kevin Todd. This is my number, 810-2485. And then Ms. Harris's number is 914-2374. You can reach either of us or any of our staff. If you think you're going to be late, like after that, we'll probably start walking back over to this way around 8:15, because it's like a good 15-minute walk if you're strolling. You are in where you see says McGannon Hall. We are in this building right under where it says not hearing anything. Sorry about that, but that's the building we are in right now. The building that we're going to is right here. So this is where we'll start breakfast every day. And you can come down Grand. This is Laclede, and it's right here on the corner of Grand and Laclede. So you can drop your students off. They'll walk through this little tunnel. We can send you, if you would like a copy of this map, let us know and we can get you a copy of this too. But they'll come through here, and the dining area is like kind of right in here. But we'll be outside, noticeable. Somebody will always be there early. So if you come as early as 7:30, somebody will always be there so that we can receive your babies. We'll eat. Again, we'll be there till like approximately 8:15, and then we'll start walking back. That's why it's kind of important you let us know if you think you're going to be later than 8:15 getting there. If you think that that's going to be the case, we definitely want to make sure you eat. Just, let us know so we can have somebody kind of hang back so that we can make sure everybody gets fed. If y'all got me on that? Any questions? See? Who I don't even know what you learn quick. You learn quick. Yeah, get that in. Get that in. Get that in so I can shut up. All right. Good deal. Dismissal. As I mentioned, dismissal. Yes, ma'am. Yes.
Jordan, you say you're gonna flip back? I didn't take a picture.
Yes, ma'am. My number is 1-800. No, I'm just joking. My number is, let me go back to it, 314-810-2485. If you want to take a picture too, you can. If you want to zoom in, I can leave it there so you can take a picture if you like. You good? Kevin, yes, ma'am. Todd, Todd. Yes, sir.
We eat at the same place that we eat breakfast.
Say that one more time.
Same place that we're eating.
We're eating lunch at the same place we eat breakfast. Did y'all get that? So when we break for lunch, yes, we'll go back to the same building and we'll eat lunch. This is what we did years ago, and we're back to doing that. It was a student favorite, so that's where we're at. Okay. We good? We good? Can I move on from here? Okay. All right. So on dismissal, we will not dismiss from the same place that you drop off. So dismissal will be where you are now. Okay. So when we dismiss, we'll be where you pulled up to park. Okay. So that's where you'll be. If you're on the bus, you can catch the bus at walk up either to Grand and somebody can walk with you. Or if you're on the Lindell bus, we'll be out front. Sorry about that. So somebody can also wait with you. That we can do that. Otherwise, parents are free to pick your students up right where you dropped them off today or right where you came today. And you'll always see us out, outside with them. Nobody will ever be left alone. But we would like everybody to leave as close to on time as possible, around that 2:55 hour. Again, if you think you're going to be a little later, just give us a holler, let us know. We'll never leave anybody alone, obviously. So we're not going to leave your student here. But give us a holler, let us know so we can see if we can't work something out. But we'll just wait around until you get somebody here yourself, or we'll just figure something out. But if you think that you will not be the person to pick up your student, again, we need to let us know. We don't want to just release kids to anybody that we don't know. We just like to know. And let me tell you, and please don't be mad and don't throw tomatoes at me, but all kids, I hate to say this, y'all don't be mad. All kids, every now and then, y'all just don't tell the truth the whole time, all the time, sometimes. Y'all just don't. And so when they do that, my mama said it's okay for me to leave with Larry. Well, I need to hear your mama say it's okay for you to leave with Larry, because until I hear your mama, your daddy say it's okay for you to leave with Larry, you ain't going with Larry. Are we clear on that? Are we clear that you can't leave with Larry unless one of us know? From a parent. Yeah, no Larry leaving. No Larry. Yes, everybody say no Larry. No Larry. We gotta know. Or Sally either. No Larry, no Sally, because we don't like how Sally walk. Some of y'all got that. Yeah, some of y'all got that. So, so yes, ma'am. Yes, talent search or you talent search or it's your first time. What's your name? So that's talent search. You see the that's you want to. So the question on the floor is, what if I need a little bit of help with transportation? Okay, the question on the floor is, what if I need a little bit of help with transportation? For help with transportation for us, that is case by case. So I cannot promise you that we'll be able to help everyone with transportation, but talk to me, right? Or talk to Ms. Harris. Ms. Harris, raise your hand again in the back and let's see what we can't work out, because we really do want to remove barriers. Okay, we really want to do that. So no promises, but we definitely can try to do something and work something out. Okay, you good? All right. Okay. All righty. Any questions on dismissal so far? So where do you pick them up? In front of Grand Hall, right? No, right? You pick them up here. There we go. Good deal. Good deal. Good deal. Okay. When we come back from field trips, that might be a little different. So field trips are going to be again every Friday But when we return from field trips, it may not necessarily be at that nice fixed time of 2 o'clock because it's going to kind of depend on where we go and how they can accommodate us. But what we always do is this is one of the reasons I'm not that happy about Canvas being not here anymore, because you could get into Canvas, you can see where we are the whole time. But what we always ask the students to do is text you and let you know when we know that you're going to be in communication with them anyway. So we want them to let you know, hey, we're going to be back instead of 2, we're going to be back at 4 or something like that, so that you always know where we are. So just, just know that Fridays can fluctuate. Okay. It may not be fixed the whole time. Fridays is going to really heavily depend on what the people, the organizations that we visit, what they say, and we will try to get that time to you as quickly as we can. As soon as we know it, we want you to know it so that you can have a little time to plan for that. So as soon as we know, you'll know. All right, let's talk about the stuff that nobody likes to talk about. Now, I like to joke around. I like to laugh. I like to have fun. Many of you already know me, but I do take respect and discipline seriously, right? I grew up in the house with a mom and a daddy that believed in spanking your little behind when you got out of line. We don't do that no more in the school system. In the school, they arrest you now, bro. They arrest you now. But we will. Let me just say this: both Talent Search and Upward Bound are volunteer programs. Amen. That means that you are not forced to be here. I will not force you to be where you don't want to be, and you don't have to force yourself to be where you don't want to be, right? We are gracious enough to let you behave yourself in or behave yourself out. So if you like being here, all we ask is the respect that everybody is due. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Yeah, we just want to make sure that everybody is respectful. If an adult says something to you and an adult gives you a directive, then we ask that you follow those instructions. Even if that's not, listen, I'm being serious about this. Even if that's not what you used to doing or hearing or saying at home. I'm asking you that because when we do that here, generally we're doing it for everybody's well-being, safety, or what have you. We're not singling you out. We're not picking on you just because we're asking you to do something that we didn't ask Johnny to do. I might ask you to do something because I see you're more mature in the situation. And you might think, well, why are you picking on me? I'm not picking on you, but everybody is following you. So because everybody is following you, I'm asking you to show a different type of leadership. So even if you're not used to that at home, make sure you come with the mindset here that if an adult asks you to do something, we're going to respect you, and we just ask that you respect us. Does that make sense? Yeah, okay. I didn't hear enough amens on that one, but I'm just saying, okay. All right, I'm just saying. So when we're in class, when we're in the halls, something that I want you to keep aware of or be aware of is that we are at St. Louis University, and that's going to mean, parents and students alike, that there are real live college students on the campus, and they're taking real live classes that mean something to them. And so when we're in the hallways, we want to respect the fact that they are in class. You'll be in class too, but they are in class as well. So we might, for example, dismiss from our class while they're still in class. And so we just want to be respectful of the fact that their class is still going on. So SLU has extended this welcome to us. They've been doing it. We've never had a real issue, but we want to make sure that we're all respectful of the fact that class might be in session. You want to use your inside voice. In other words, you want to use appropriate voice levels. We want to make sure that we keep our hands to ourselves. These are things that I probably shouldn't have to say, but we do say them. Oh, an important point on cell phones is students, we know that in class, you may wear your headphones and things like that. Personally, in my class, depending on how things go, I may or may not mind that much. But in your class, in your teacher's classroom, he or she is the king or queen. So if he or she says, I prefer that you have your headphones out, and you come tell Mr. Todd they made me take my headphones out, I'm gonna say he or she is the king or queen in their class, right? And when you get grown and you start teaching classes, then you'll be the king or queen in your class. If I come visit your house, guess who the king or queen? You. And whatever you tell me to do in your house, guess what? I'm gonna do that, right? I don't care if you're 18. I'm going to do what you told me because you the king and the queen in your house. Well, when you asleep, you in my house. I'm just kidding. We just want to be respectful, okay? But we do want you to use your cell phones. And the reason I bring that up is because you're gonna have a whole lot of opportunities to take pictures. And we just ask that you take pictures, and you will also have opportunities to use your phones in class, like for something that's going on. Arriving on time, I think we've already covered that. Alcohol, tobacco in any form, marijuana, nothing like that at all, right? And I hate to say this, I'm just trying to be as respectful as I can, but as direct as I can. Even if it is allowed at home, you cannot do it here, right? Even if we don't want to disrespect home rules at all, but our campus is free from that. We're not allowed, right? So even if this is something that you normally do, I respect that, I get it. But here we cannot normally do those things. Eat and drink in designated areas, which basically means that just like you can eat and drink in here right now, that's not a problem. The biggest problem about eating and drinking is going to be in the computer lab. That's going to be the biggest issue. Can anybody guess why that might be the biggest issue? It's damage to the equipment. You know what I'm saying? So you got the computers, and you just want to be sure. I am going to ask you guys, and we didn't mention this, to bring water bottles. Okay, bring a water bottle with you. But if you bring your water bottle and you have a class in the lab, just put it on the floor, right? That way you got it in there with you, but just keep it on the floor. You'll hear that a lot all year. Water bottles, for obvious reasons, it gets hot outside. I want to mention appropriate displays of affection. An appropriate display of affection is, that real, hey man, what's up? And that real quick hug. But when it starts to linger a little long, when everybody get comfortable and you start looking like a scarf on somebody's neck and all that, we might be hugging just a little too long, right? We don't want to see. I'm just saying, man. I'm just going through stuff I done seen. We don't want to be all lapped up, booed up, curled up. None of that. None of that. None of that. We don't want all that. Okay. So make sure your display of affection is appropriate. With dress, this is the one I don't like talking about, especially when it comes to our young ladies. But they always put me up here to do the dirty work year after year. I'm the one that's got to say something about dress. Fellas, pants above the waist. We haven't really had any issues with that, with sagging and stuff like that. For whatever reason, our summer program doesn't seem to attract the guy who likes to wear his pants sagging for whatever reason, but we have not. But we just ask that you wear your pants appropriately. And with young ladies, we try not to see cleavage, and we try not to see the ties up here and all that. And for obvious reasons, right? We want to make sure that everybody is where they're supposed to be. I know. I already hear you thinking. Half of y'all right now, I'm not even on TikTok, but you sending me a TikTok message right now and you saying, Mr. Todd, I can dress how I want to at home. I know you can. And I want to respect that. I'm just asking that you respect our code of ethics and dress here. Let me tell you something, that when we go out to colleges and universities, particularly when we go to HBCUs, okay? Particularly when we go to HBCUs, they are constantly looking at how you dress. They're constantly looking at how you dress. And so they're constantly looking at how you dress, and you want to make sure that you're not remembered for the wrong thing. When I say that, schools, colleges, and universities, when they look at you, they're looking at you and they're saying, is this the type of person that I would like to hire? Is this the type of person who will represent our institution well? Is this the type of person that would be a good representative of our organization. So colleges and universities are looking at you. And so that's the reason why we ask that when you dress a certain way, not to offend you, not to take away your freedom of choice, not to take away your freedom of expression, but because we want you to have the greatest exposure to success possible. Does that make sense? Okay, anybody offended by what I just said?
Not at all.
Okay, I hope not, because it wasn't meant to offend. It's just meant to inform. Okay, so we want to dress appropriately here and when we go to visit schools. And I don't think I need to go too deep into do-rags and satin caps and house shoes and stuff. Controlled substances and marijuana, tobacco and stuff. I think that we're dealing with an educated enough group to know that we're not going to do any of those things. So this actually brings me to the end of our conduct curriculum conversation in clothing. Teachers and parents, just so that you know, the classes that your students will take will be geared toward, especially those who are rising ninth graders, geared toward EOC readiness for math. The rising seniors and juniors will be geared toward ACT in math and ELA and college readiness. They'll have math, science, ELA, foreign language, and we'll have a variety of electives. So that's pretty much everything that I have to say. If anyone has any questions, comments, or concerns, yes, ma'am. Arabic and Spanish. Yep, Arabic and Spanish. And I encourage you to learn either one of the two, right? I strongly encourage you. Yes, ma'am. I can definitely do that. What we'll try to do if I'll send it to Miss Harris already has them. And so what we'll do is send them to our respective organizations. Yes, ma'am. Yep. And we also recorded this. So we'll try to make the recording available too. That way you can kind of go back and listen. Yes, sir.
You mentioned electives. When would they, is that one of the first week where they'll get an opportunity to pick what the electives are?
On the Monday that we'll be in person, yes, sir. That's when everybody have a chance to pick what their electives will be. So on that Monday that we're in person, we'll do a lot of little housekeeping type things, and that'll be one of them. Kind of get everybody a chance to know what their schedules are, and all of that, get a chance to know the teachers. And so yes, the electives will be done on that day.
For the teams,
Mhm.
they'll be using their own, the account that they have at their school, or you got to provide Microsoft accounts?
That is a wonderful question. So please help me if I answer this wrong. But the answer to that question is they will be using their personal email addresses. Okay. Now, on the Monday that we are in person, students will be, if they don't already have one, will be encouraged to create an email account that will be strictly scholastic, not just for the purpose of teams, but for the purpose of lasting them throughout high school, even as they get ready to go apply for colleges, so that the college or university can email you there, right? Your school account is good while you're in school, but once you graduate, it's disconnected. And so you want to make sure that the school can still reach you. And so they'll be encouraged to, have an email account that is scholastic or professional. Okay. Those are very good questions. Anybody else? Yes, ma'am.
What kind of electives are you guys offering?
Very good question. So we have, where's Miss Middleton? I want her to, Miss Middleton made our schedule. We have things like art, of course. We have, I think chess was one. There's going to be programming, like a light computer programming, something. There's going to be on, thank you. Miss Middleton. Well, she knows that I don't remember anything. And I can't see, but we have those. We also have there's a class on here called Scholarly Skill Set. Did you want to talk about them? Oh, you don't. Am I doing all right though? I am. Okay. So Scholarly Skill Set is another course. And the scholarly skill set is going to be things like time management, planning, and stuff like that. So yes, see, that's one that we knew parents was really concerned about. was that one. So how to use your devices, scheduling, those are some of the courses that they'll be doing. That's just a few of them. Yep. But thank you. Any other questions? Yep. Any other questions? Any other questions? We're doing pretty good on time. I want you all to know that you all are a wonderful audience. I love the way you amen me right on through so I can get on out of here and you all can get on out of here. We have a question in the back. I will go back to that sign in page so that we can make sure you do that. Please sign in. If you have class on Saturday, you are in Upward Bound. If you've never attended a class on Saturday, you are in Talent Search. Okay. Explain.
Grade level, what grade they're gonna be in your fall.
Yes, actually, it's on the sign in that way too. So what she asked me to do was explain the grade level about the fall. So as you sign in, I think I put it on there. When we ask you your grade, we're asking you what grade will you be in August, right? When school starts back.
Part of it though, you can't, like, for example, he's in eighth grade, graduated eighth grade. Now trying to put ninth grade, they start asking about GPA. He doesn't have one.
You put 0.0.
I know, we did.
Well, no, but he doesn't have one. So I'm saying we know the reason you're putting 0.0 is not because you're predicting it. No, you're not predicting it. But it's like you said in eighth grade, seventh grade, they don't do GPA. It doesn't work that way for them. But one of the things that we want to do, the lady asked about what type of electives will we have. One of the classes that all rising ninth graders take is that one. What is a GPA? How do you understand? How do you calculate it? That's one of the courses that they'll take. You know, so we do want them to sign in. Now, you know what you can do? If he got all A's, doggone it, put a 4.0. You know, we all good. That's not a deal breaker for me. That's not a deal breaker for me. But these are good questions. Anybody else? Any other questions? So to be clear, when we ask about your grade level, we're talking about the grades you're going to be in the fall. Okay. That's what we're interested in. Anything else? Anything else? Anything else? Yes, yes, yes. Thank you. I did say that. So I have been told, I see your hands back there. Here, give me something real. Let me say this real quick. I see your hands. I was just told that the PowerPoint says drop off is at McGannon, but it's actually at Grand Hall. So I want to make sure you're clear that drop off is at Grand Hall, even though the PowerPoint said McGannon. Yes, ma'am. Yes. Right. Yes, I did mention that. So yeah, so before you go, we'll okay, hold on. Let me say this real quick. Before you go on trips, Ms. Harris is basically saying that you won't just go on the trip. You'll get information about the trip, where we're going, and information about what to do, what not to do, and all of that. Documentation. Yes, ma'am. And participation and behavior definitely decides and indicates whether or not you go. Very good question. Let me answer this question from a parent real quick, and I'm gonna answer that. The question on the floor is, can parents go? Yes, ma'am. If he has to take summer school, he can. He has to say something. And the answer is, I don't think so, but you're saying like the way that they couldn't meet up at the field trip. Yeah, right. Any questions in the chat that I missed? Okay, so the answer to your question, ma'am, parents, in case you want to know, I know everybody's dismissing. In case you want to know, can you go on the field trip? The answer is yes, but not on the bus with the students. You would have to meet us there. And if there's a cost for entry, then you would have to pay your own way. But yes, you can always accompany us to field trips. Yes, ma'am. Okay, look like everybody going. If all hearts and minds are clear, y'all have a safe trip home, safe drive home. Thank you all. And we'll see you on the 1st. Thank you all. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I gotta see. How are you?